Good morning. Good morning. Oh, I had an epiphany this weekend and I'm doing this differently. I'm just going to talk out loud like I do in my coaching sessions. Today's subject tip is about making amends. And lots of people don't have this tool, and it's so incredibly powerful for you, your soul, right? One of the things that I teach my clients in first session, usually second session at the latest, is to trust me enough to just pick up the phone or text me and say, I'm sucking. It's something I learned 15, 20 years ago with my coach. You know, you can get so upset and so tied up that you feel like you can't pick up the phone and even explain what's going on, or it would be this big giant story, right? So just pick up the phone and say, I'm sucking. And that's good enough. You know, the people in my circle say, what's up, Nugget? And you're heard. And when we are heard, we somewhat heal. We can think again. And it raises our vibration so we can function really well again. So I had a client text me this weekend, and he said, I let her bait me in today. I sucked. And so I gave him some tools. And then this tool also I gave to a gal last week. And she wrote back and said, man, I'm a bitch sometimes. And isn't that true? We are just little asshats sometimes because we get so twisted, we get so emotional. And I got to tell you, it is not the person sitting in front of you that's causing that. It's old trauma where we lost distrust and we do not have the ability to get honest with ourselves first and then get honest with other people. There's a total lack of trust. It's hard to do. That's something we have to practice. So the tip I wanted to bring to you today, and this is so challenging to take an hour teaching concept and bring it down to 5 minutes, but it is about making amends. We want to take I'm sorry out of our dialogue completely out of our dialogue, and instead look at it as making amends. And this is how it goes. I made a mistake, fill in the blank. I made a mistake exploding when you asked me what was wrong, and I apologize. Going forward, I will let you know I need time to cool down and process next time, okay? So I made a mistake exploding when you asked me what is wrong, and I apologize. Going forward, I will let you know I need a little time and space to cool down and process, right? So she has a game plan for next time, right? She takes ownership, that 97% of the problem is me, ownership. And this is what she wrote me back, and it's huge. She said, thank you. I loved doing that. That felt very good to my soul. Not like a doormat and not defensive. It felt so good. So you want to practice that just with me, myself, and I, right? You want to practice that. She had like 7 of them over this one circumstance that happened. She was able to see all the mistakes that she had made and made a plan for going forward to do that differently. It was cool, and it's such a energy enhancing release, right? I love you big, and I want you to know that just go ahead and say I'm sucking, and sit down with a pen and paper and look at your part. Pretend, if nothing else, pretend that 97% of the problem is you. Take ownership and look for the mistake, name it, and apologize on paper with you, me, myself, and I. Apologize and know going forward that you will do it different, and name that too, right? So the next time, in the heat of the moment, you'll be able to breathe through, you have a plan, and you can let them know in the moment to give you time or whatever you need. Whatever you decide going forward, I will. So make a plan for all the hot spots. This is Theresa King, and I specialize in helping people see their trauma, walk through their trauma, turn that into lessons worthy of laminating, see your part, and really feel good about taking ownership and working on self and creating new tools that serve in a loving way in your home and in all your relationships. I'm not just talking about couples here. What about your adult son and your work buddy. I love you big.